What's going on, my MGTOW brothers, my going their own way brothers? Men first. No matter what they say, men first. I hope you guys are putting yourself first. I hope you guys are going your own way. Unfortunately, with this video, I have to address the ones who are not. The ones who are not. What make me do this video, you guys may see it in the cities that you live in, but I'm going to tell you what's going on in mine. Every week, every week, whether on local news or in the local paper through my news outlets on my phone. I'm constantly seeing men getting ambushed by females due to dating apps. Due to dating apps. We just recently had a murder, and it's just not a week that goes by where there are at least multiple instances where there are men being victimized by females on dating apps. Now, the MGTOW gods are pushing me to do this because I just don't really understand. I just don't fucking get it. It's 2020 and guys don't really understand the way this game goes with these dating apps. I'm gonna break something down for you. I want you to think about something. Anything that benefits females as a collective is a detriment to men. Anything that benefits females as a collective is a detriment to men. I'll give you an example. We already know women love weddings, women love marriages. You notice you will rarely find a woman that you meet that does not want to get married and does not want to have a wedding. What does that mean to the stupid guy that's willing to walk down the aisle with her? That means that it is no benefit to him. He's going to get screwed. Tabloid magazines. Women love gossip. They love tabloid magazines. The whole 9 yards, right? You see them in your local grocery store rack. I can't believe these places are still in business, but evidently women still use these things. They overwhelmingly love these things. It's geared towards them. You notice? At the expense of men. The only people they talk about in there is their trashing men and gossiping about them. Feminism. I mean, women overwhelm. I don't care what a conservative woman says. She supports feminism because we have not seen an anti-protest yet. So we know feminism benefits women at the detriment of men. It harms men. Okay? And okay, look at The View, that panel of hysterectomies. All right? That show there, highly rated, 90 something percent of their audience is female. I guess the rest are probably bisexual or gay, but it should be 100%. It does not benefit men in any way. I don't know why Donald Trump Jr. went there. I believe he just went to sell a book, but he walked in a lion's den and he came back with cuts and bruises. Dating apps, it's the same thing. Dating apps overwhelmingly benefits women. Now, with the examples that I've given you before this one, if you know dating apps overwhelmingly benefits women, why the fuck are you there? There is nothing else in this society, well, in this gynocracy, that benefits women, females as a collective, that benefits your ass at the same time. It just doesn't exist. It does not happen. Why are men still on these dating sites? Now, I'm going to ask a question. What I want you to do, fellas, just really think about something, right? What type of woman would it take to actually go and put herself on a dating site? Now, remember, Instagram and all those places, we understand those are attention, validation, hotspots. I understand that. We're talking about dating apps. Even though those other ones are trash also, but what type of female is actually putting herself on a dating app that in other words, mildly attractive, claims to be high value? These are damaged women, guys. These are very damaged women. What? Single mothers, they have mental disorders. A lot of these women have STDs. They just had an article a few months ago about the connection between STDs and Tinder. These are the type of women that are on these sites. They're desperate. A lot of these women are on medications. They're sick in the head. Some of them have outdone their numbers as far as their soul with their cock count, and now they just don't really give a shit. What type of men go on these sites? One word: thirsty. Thirsty. And the thing is, fellas, if you keep playing and dancing in this game and you're going into a situation that benefits women as a collective, you're going to get your ass burnt. You're going to get your ass burnt. Now, I'm I want you guys to really just think about something here. A lot of these men are getting robbed. What's happening is the women are showing interest with these guys. A lot of times they meet them at these bars, these pubs. Sometimes just pretty much telling the guy to come over. Sometimes they're getting robbed for their watch. It's not really a couple guys have had their car stolen. They're putting Visine eye drops into these guys' drinks. There, remember, all of a sudden the woman wants to serve you a drink, but the bitch can't make you a sandwich, right? Another red flag. But they're serving these guys drinks, putting some stuff in their drink. All of a sudden these guys are blacking out, whether at their house or in a hotel room, and the woman leaves off with their stuff. And in some instances, they actually have guys there, and these guys are showing up, and these guys are pretty much kicking their asses or robbing them. Okay? Now, the thing that you have to understand is this: the value of the typical American woman. See, prostitution will actually show a real value, like it'll let you know exactly what a dollar amount is. But because females and these conservative, quote unquote, you know, traditional men, they don't want to actually show a number on women. So what I decided to do, I want you to really think of how low these women are willing to go, and I'm gonna give you an example on what the typical woman's number is. Now, what you do is you find something that a person is addicted to. Whatever that addiction is, you find out what the cost of it is, and that shows you their value, where they're willing to drop their morals and their integrity. Let's say like a crackhead. If a crackhead is strung out on crack, they just want it, let's say assuming they just want to hit for maybe $5 or $10, right? If they have a tool, a power drill, because of that addiction, and depending on what size hit they want, $5 or $10, you can get that power drill for $10. The price of that power drill is $10. Why? Because the addiction of the addict is $10. So they're going to make an exchange for it. So how does that translate into women? Think about this, fellas. What is the addiction of the modern day female slut in the United States of America right now? It's the goddamn cell phone. It's the goddamn cell phone. They're addicted to it. What is the monthly bill on an average female cell phone? What, $60? If you have Verizon, maybe $100. Let's just say maybe $120. That there, because of that addiction, is the value that the typical American woman is in 2020. Because you think about it like this: if anything happens where that phone gets cut off, or just she's in a bind and she's not able to feed that addiction of social media and all of these dating websites, that is the price. So with that said, by these women knowing this, what is it for her to set you up if you have a baseline Rolex watch for $8,000 to $10,000 that has a street market of maybe 50%, $4,000? The guy that helped that gets 2,000, she gets two. Remember, her cell phone is only worth $60. That's how much she's worth. So they're pulling these things on you guys, man, and I just can't understand for the life of me why are men on dating sites. Let that hive and those stupid idiots sit on those dating sites. There's nothing there for you, fellas. Nothing there for you. And before I leave on this video, every time I see these videos and these news stories on these situations, right? The first thing that I think about is I think about PUA. Now, almost every instance is at a bar, It's, hey, live harder, bro. Fix your profile on Tinder, bro. Do all these things, bro. Tighten your ass, bro. All these things, right? Now, not one time do they mention this is the other side of it. Like a lot of these guys are getting set up. In some cases, they're having their lives lost. Why? It's because they're going out there doing all of this PUA crap at these ale houses, picking up these women. See, at the end of the day, guys, we're in a gynocracy. In a gynocracy, there is no alpha male. You can't be an alpha male in a gynocracy. You can't do it. Everybody, oh, I'm an alpha male, I'm a this. Listen, you can't alpha the state. At the end of the day, I don't care how fucking who the fuck you are or how alpha you fucking think you are, right? If you're 6'6", 6'9", whatever, and built like a freaking brute. If that woman the next day decides that you treated her wrong, or you did this or you did that to her, she could turn around and she could have your dumb ass put in jail, and you're going to be in there charged with rape. Now, how you going to tangle out of that? Good luck with that. You're in a gynocracy. All of this alpha male PUA talk. Look, I understand the red pill aspect of it. I do understand that those tendencies do work. I understand it. It does. What I'm saying is this: as long as you're under any gynocracy, the women are going to move the goalposts on these things. And as you can see now, you could come whole frame, all this red pill stuff, all you want to. All it takes is for her to wake up the next morning, the next week, or maybe 20 years from now, and your ass could be going to prison for rape. So that is my problem. I just think at the end of the day, MGTOW, going your own way, that is the only solution. Because the thing about MGTOW is this. When you go your own way, you now your territory may not be as broad. You may can't control a broader plane when you're going your own way. But what you can control is your own domain. You can control a certain radius, circumference around yourself. You have 100% control over that. You could defend that area. Whatever goes on, if you have your own place, guys, whatever goes on in your place, you make the house rules. You control. That is a patriarchy inside of your bubble. But outside of that, guys, the harsh reality is this: we live in a gynocracy. That's just what it is. That's the reason why the hell do you think why am I doing this freaking video? If we were not in a gynocracy, why the hell am I on this mic? So at the end of the day, you guys be safe. Get the fuck off those dating apps. There's nothing there for you. Now, you're going to have some guys, oh, I've had decent experiences on there. You don't know that. Maybe you were wearing protection. You don't know the woman you slept with probably had HIV or STDs. Depending on your city, it's some cities where it's like what, 1 out of 3, 1 out of every 4 women has at least some type of STI or STD. What do you mean you had a good experience? What? That's something to be proud of, that you're sleeping with a woman with syphilis? I mean, we got to take better care of ourselves. We got to have more integrity about ourselves. We got to have more principles about ourselves. It is not that freaking serious. To be honest with you, why not go overseas and spend your time and your resources elsewhere? Dealing with this trash over here and on these dating apps, at some point, guys, these guys are going to have their fate. And it sucks that I have to see these things in the news. I know you guys are seeing it too. Get the hell off those dating apps. There's nothing there for you. Those are a place where trashy women, because trust me, if any of these women had high value, were as attractive as they put themselves out to be, they would have no problem with meeting men out there on the streets. But the reason they're coming there is because they have a bunch of thirsty guys there, and they're setting these men up. So you guys be careful. More videos to come, and you stay safe out there, fellas.